Hello everybody. Today we're going to be building kind of a lower end gaming system out of some used parts that I have. One of these is a power button. This is my wife's old computer. You know what might help? Is plug in the monitor in. I don't even have a DVI cable hooked into the monitor. Give me 1 second and I will be right back. Okay, that's better. So what we're going to do now is we're going to power this on and see what's in it. I don't remember what all is in this thing. So we're going to combine these two computers. We don't want system tuning. I want to know what we actually have. We have the system. Alright, so we might actually have to boot into Windows. All I want to know is it's a gigabyte board, that much I do know. Exit without saving. What I'll try to do is just stop the Oh yeah, this had a little issue. I do remember that. Oh, wait. Looked like I went F9. Sorry. I'm not familiar with this board at all. I mean, like... Alright, so this is an A6 5400K APU. It's got 16 gigs of RAM. BIOS date is 2013. This one's either an A8 or an A12, or an A10. I don't remember. This was her uncle's old board, and everything was functioning perfectly. He just upgraded to a Ryzen 9, and this stuff's sitting around. I have somebody that has a need for a light gaming computer. They are playing a game called iRacing, I think it's called. Ugh, this screwdriver is the wrong screwdriver. But we'll make it work one way or another. I didn't realize this case did not have thumb screws. It's some sort of thermal take case. And I mean, this system served us pretty well. Oh, this is actually an Inland Professional 480 gig SSD. For some reason I thought we put in a no-name SSD. So this has is this a Blu-ray? No, it's just a regular light scribe. We'll leave that in there. I'm going to need to take this next door and blow everything out with a blowgun. This has a front panel. I'm not the one that built this computer, so forgive the mess in here. Although this case does not really allow for, like, there's no room behind this motherboard tray. I don't think I'm going to bore you guys with tearing this board out, so I'll come back when I have an empty case. This board's actually heavier than I expected, and you can tell a lot about the time frame that this was built. They advertised dual link, DVI, HDMI, where was it? Serial ATA. dual graphics, ultra durable. Well, actually, ultra durable is just a gigabyte thing. So this is actually Corsair. Corsair, is this Vengeance or no? Yeah, it is Corsair Vengeance DDR3 memory. We got 4 sticks of that. It works out to be 16 gigabytes. And we need to take the... I don't know what I'm going to do with this board. Maybe... I don't know. I really have no idea what I'm going to do with it. But it's not a bad board or anything. It's right. It's just that platform is so old and so outdated that so what am I going to do? Put in a motherboard that's just as outdated and just as bad, but it's got a better processor in it, and it's actually a better motherboard. Back in 2013, 2014, I used to build a lot of these systems, these AMD A series. They're not bad. They're not really bad systems at all, but they aren't, you know, great either. The thing I always hate is, I think most of you are probably going to agree with me, is getting the front panel crap hooked up. So another thing, like I said, I know, let me get this out of the way for now. I know I have this on a paper towel. I don't know why, but I do. So this is a slightly better board. I know I'm going to have to take this and next door and hit it with the air compressor. Or I could bring my little air compressor over here. But hoping we'll have enough. Yeah, we'll have enough fan area. The Hyper 212 Evo on that. One nice thing about this board is it does have the standoff in the middle. That's just a nub. God. Come on, Mark. Why's your cable management so terrible? I need to change. I need to pull out that standoff. And I don't have any pliers over here with me, do I? Alright, so I gotta look at what standoffs I have to pull out, and I'll be right back. So I definitely need to get my my air compressor over here. This thing is a little dirtier than I thought it was. At the moment, so there's these. This had been set up at one point before I put the SSD in here. Whoever built this system put these 2 hard drives in, and they were actually in RAID. So that these are both 500 gig hard drives, but it only showed up as 500 gigs. These are Maxter double 10. Oh, these are 250 gigs. But they were set up in a RAID, I thought. But with this being a 480 gig SSD, and knowing what games he's playing, I might not put an extra hard drive in there. If so, or if I do, I have a couple spare 1 terabytes at home. I could always put one of them in here, or have a couple 500 gigs. But for right now, I'm not going to worry about having any extra hard drives in here. Somehow the USB 3.0 came off. So we have, I thought she bought a no-name SSD off of Amazon. What she actually bought was an Inland, which is the house brand for Micro Center. which you did get off of Amazon. But this is actually a really decent SSD, and so obviously I'm going to be erasing whatever's on here. But there had been an ongoing issue with her system not really wanting to boot, and I'm hoping there was just something that she did. I just don't know what she could have done that would have done that. Because everything was fine, and then everything was fine, and then oh, this is actually a semi-modular power supply. I wonder where the other parts of it are. Alright, so here we are. We're at this point. Now, technically, because this has onboard graphics, you know, we could, in theory, just call this a gaming computer. Obviously, I'm joking. I hope that's obvious. Anyway, so what we do have, this is a graphics card that we ended up putting in another computer that I built for him. Oh, of course, this one's not modular, so that's going to get stuffed in there. This is a GTX 1050 SC. It's a super clock. Not a bad card, really. Crap. I really wish I had... Oh, I wish this case wasn't like this, more than anything. So this does not line up with the two up at the top that were taken out. That's a shame, because now there's going to be basically a hole in the case where that's from. I gotta turn this. And then of course these screw holes aren't even threaded. They're not tapped. So I have to force them in there. The top one appears to be tapped. You know what, that one's going to be fine. This has a little cover. I don't know if it's supposed to go from the inside. I think there's supposed to be, yeah, there's supposed to be a screw there. It goes from the inside to out here. I'll try to put that in. Try to do things right. I know Madam Roy's going to appreciate this trick here. I have the SSD got double-sided taped to the power supply when it was her computer. I think we are ready to test this bad boy out. Power saving mode. Turn the power supply switch off. You'll come on when I tell you to come on. It's like I can already feel questions being asked. The reason I'm not just reusing one of those other 250 gig hard drives is, what's the point? I mean, sorry, I'm plugging some other stuff in over here. The boot, like, what's the point in having the boot drive bigger than the storage drive? Especially when the boot drive is fast. Maybe not the fastest SSD around. I'm going to have wireless internet through my phone in a couple minutes. I just plugged in my Wi-Fi repeater. Where's my flash drive? It's in my pocket. At the moment, we have to plug that into the USB 3.0. So in just about a moment, we'll find out what this is. Shows two things connected. my phone still on Wi-Fi? No. Might be a laptop over here. So let me get a few things ready. I'll be right back. The few things ready was I had to blow my nose and didn't want to do that on camera. Let's see if, turn the power supply on. I have the front panel hooked up right apparently. Will this do the F9 as well? Yeah. So this is an A10 6800, about 4100 gigahertz. Again, we have the 16 gigs of RAM that I took from the other system. And then hopefully it'll boot right from my flash drive. I had an Intel system, but I didn't have a case, and it just didn't seem right to, you know, put an Intel system in that case. So, oh crap, this is trying to boot off. So there's got to be something wrong with that motherboard then. I definitely don't want to have her system, you know, her stuff on here. So I'll reboot this and boot from the hard drive, or from the flash drive. Usually most systems are what, F12, 11 or F12, something like that. I missed it. And I'm going to have to do a I'm going to have to do a BIOS upgrade on it at some point after I have when I have better internet. It is a scorcher today. I'm not going to do a product key at the moment, but we are going to install Windows 10 Pro, because that's what you do. You don't cheap out on it. Actually, I'm just gonna so it's going to format, it's going to copy files. I think this system's actually going to be pretty decent for them. If need be, I actually have the CD for the graphics driver because I don't want to download that when my I'm already at 13 point something gigs out of 20. So, but also I'm going to go ahead and not bore the crap out of you guys with this. So give me a few minutes. I'm going to come back when there's something going on. So when I picked the graphics card up from the person, the box looked like this. Now granted, I built the system like 2 years ago, like right before the RTX stuff came out. And so, you know, the box has been around a little while. Yeah, whatever. And I hope the camera can pick that up. It looks like it can. So I'm like, okay, well I got the driver CD, so you know, I'll be able to use that. Nope. So hopefully, chances are I'll have to take it home and do all that. No, I shut off all that stuff. So I don't know why the camera's not picking up the power light, but that works. So yeah, hard drive light's working. No Cortana. Nobody wants you. Well, overall, this thing seems pretty snappy. I have one more computer video I want to shoot today. I think you guys are really gonna like it. But obviously it's not going to come out the same day this one does. This has all kinds of gamery green lights around all the, let me see if I can, yeah, the camera will pick that up. Alright. Man. This part always takes forever. Although not on like really good stuff, but this isn't the worst system ever. But I mean, actually, it's not even a bad system. It's probably, I mean, I hate to, how do I word this? Like, sometimes it puts into perspective when stuff that you have laying around that you consider junk is better than what a lot of people have. Searching for a display driver. That's great. I actually like these Lenovo screens. Let's see here. Device manager. A lot of stuff is actually in here already, but display drivers, it's just give me the basic driver. I really don't want to run Windows setup on this, and then have it completely kill my internet. EVGA. My internet is terrible right now. I doubt I'll be able to do this. EVGA GTX 1050 SC driver. I would like to at least test that the graphics card is working before I do anything else. Is that, no, it's past noon, right? Yeah, it's 1:47. I don't think I'll be able to download this. I might come back in a minute and just see whether it does or doesn't, and then I'll let you know what I'm going to be doing. Alright, so my internet is just so absolutely atrocious right now. I can't get anything. I just want to see what this thing, how this works from a cold boot. I haven't restarted Windows yet. Yeah, I'm going to have to take this home and do this because it's just, I can't do anything with it, with the internet that I have. Now, it's kind of disappointing because I can't do any games or anything. I may try to do I may try to do some other stuff, but it's just like, you see how long it takes just for Google, and Google's a basic web page, about as basic as it gets. I can't even load that right now. My internet's just that poor here. Next door, if I go into the shop, it's a little better, but it's still not going to be enough to download a 500 megabyte driver. So we're just going to take it 1 minute at a time, and yeah, so I appreciate everybody that's watched the video so far, and you know, like I said, I'm kind of disappointed I can't do any games or anything, but you know, it is what it is. Like, I can't even do anything with the internet. So thank you for watching, have a blessed day, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.